Hello, race fans, and welcome once again to the Full Throttle Performance Next Gen Sim Racing Series. Hey, it's Season 2, Round of 8, Race number 2. It's the FDS Awareness 200, presented by Turn 2 Terribles, coming to you live here on Rice Motorsports TV. Man, I tell you, we're getting through the Round of 8 here, folks, and now in the midway point now, and going to have one more to go here. And oh my goodness, things are going to start getting tight. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsors. As always, thank them for their support. That would be Sonic Graphic Design, Admin Box, Turn 2 Terribles, and Buster's Corner. And our broadcast sponsor, SRM Design, the official paint shop of Rice Motorsports TV. And folks, we're here at Homestead, and boy, I tell you, let's get right into it. Let's look at the driver standings here, and well, I tell you now, Carson Pittman, he won last week. He's leading the points, but by winning last week, he's already locked into the final four. So now he's at Jimmy Barnes second, Ken Baum Jr. third, William Brown. He is on the bubble at the moment. And then the guys in the drop zone trying to get in there. Kyler McCarthy, Jaden Bingham, Tyler Isley, and Chris Lynn all trying to find a way in. Now, I tell you, if Carson were to win again tonight, in a way, that would still leave an opportunity for the other seven. But if we had a different winner, and if it happened to be one of the guys in the playoffs here, man, that is just one less spot for the remaining six to go after. So, man, I can't wait to see how this is going to unfold this evening. And of course, now the team standings, there has been no change in the standings. Turn 2 Terribles, they're still out front there, about 25 points ahead of Nitro. And then, there's, like I said, no movement there. Actually, Glitter Kitty Racing, they're only 5 points behind Mopar Motorsports. So over the next couple of races, we might see a position change here. So just keep your eyes open on that. Mayberry Motorsports, they're only 24 points behind Team Sparkle Unicorn. So you never know. It ain't over till it's over, folks. And it looks like the old clock on the wall. They're getting ready to roll into qualifying here, and so we might hang out here. Let's take a look at the race information for tonight, and let's see. Oh, my bad. That's supposed to say round of 8. Probably. You know what? Sometimes you feel like you got everything, and this is actually race number 2. Let's change that right now. Boom. There we go. And it's not too bad out there tonight. 77-degree air temperature, winds only 2 miles an hour. Boy, that track temperature, though, 82 degrees, not too bad. Now, they'll have the 4 sets of tires like they usually do, 3 green, white checker attempts for 120 laps here at this 1.48 mile facility. As always, thank you for joining us here on Rice Motorsports TV. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Click that notification bell so you'll know every time we go live. And the clock is counted down to 0. And we should be seeing some folks heading out onto the track here. Let's see, I think I see Jeremy Zarfos. There he is there, making his way on out. Getting out there, getting up to speed. We'll follow him around and see what kind of lap times he posts. And then from there, we'll probably kick it over to our sponsors. Making his way around now, getting ready to start the clock here for the number 42. Down into turn 1. So far, so good. Excuse me. Hugging that outside wall. And he's making his way out of the final turn there. Let's see what he gets as he comes down to the stripe here. Starts off P2 position, 33.440 for Jeremy. And it looks like the high line, maybe the fast line, they look like they're staying up on that high line as they race down the backstretch here. Gonna try to improve. Oh, he's already fallen down to the 8th position. Trying to improve on that 33.440. Let's see if he moves back up the order. He's down to 9th. Does he move back up? He moves somewhere back to P2 again. 32.843 for Jeremy Zarfos. Good pickup there for Jeremy. And now while they continue to qualify, we'll go ahead and take a quick moment and hear from our sponsors. We'll be right back. You're watching the Full Throttle Performance Next Gen Sim Racing Series here on Rice Motorsports TV.
How are you doing tonight, man?
Hey, I'm talking here. You know who you're talking to? My domain! My way to Money Night Raw.
Terribles, Port Royal Speedway. We've got Devin Bourne with us.
Keen Motorsports Shop here with Kyle Keen.
Sitting here with Sean Keen. We're going to talk a little bit about racing history.
Okay, folks, we're back here for the FDS Awareness 200, and qualifying is just about over, so we'll go ahead and pause a moment for our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Okay, folks, all the cars are just about onto the starting grid. I think we're waiting for maybe one or two people, and as they make their way out, let's go ahead and take a look at your starting lineup here. And we've got Dylan Hastings on the pole position, Ken Baum Jr. starting in that second spot. Then Tyler Isley will be starting third, Nick Cannon in the fourth position, David Smith Jr. starting fifth. Sixth will be Lucas Nilgis. Then seventh will be William Brown. Eighth is Kevin Click. Jaden Bingham in the ninth position. Jeremy Zarfos, he'll round out your top 10. Then 11th position is Ryan Broderick. Brian Pressler in the 12th spot. 13th will be Kyler McCarthy. Robbie Bice starting 14th with Michael Zuver in the 15th position. 16th position is Jimmy Barr. 17th is Chris Lynn. In the 18th position is Don DeGroot, and Matthew Fitz 19th, with Michael Self rounding out the top 20. In 21st position will be Bill Hales, Carson Pittman in the 22nd position. 23rd will be Stan Mayberry. 24th is David Salter. 25th position, Brody Green, Shane Wilden Sr. at 26th position, and Adam Taylor rounding out the field in the 27th position. So Dylan Hastings got that pole position tonight. You know, he's always up the front, man, ready to get going here. And this time he will be leading them to the green flag. $120 laps in store for us this evening. Pace car should be pulling at any moment. There he goes, waiting for that green flag. We got a green, and we are racing here at Homestead. Tight bunch going down into turn one. Hastings, he's still out front. Ken Baum Jr. on that on the high side, on the inside, I think it was. No, he was on the high side there. Oh, look at the bump there. David Smith Jr. getting on the 17. Tyler Isley with the 23. Nick Cannon up on the high side. They're coming around. Ken Baum Jr., he's got that lead away from the number one car. He will lead lap number one. Everybody got away cleanly here. Dylan Hastings, how many times have we seen him chasing Ken Baum Jr. or whoever was at the front? And they continue to race along here. There's William Brown. He's on the bubble right now. And now the guys who are in, I guess you could call the safe zone, they're highlighted in blue. William, he's got the yellow highlight on his number. The guys with the red highlight, they're in the drop zone. So he does have a couple other guys that are in the safe zone right now behind him, so that's a good thing. The whole field is racing along here. There's Kevin Click in the 11th spot. A lot of tight running going on here. Well, you can see Ken Baum Jr., he's really hugging that outside wall. Everybody getting themselves sorted out here on these first laps. Dylan Hastings up the front. And look, see Ken Baum Jr. down on the inside. That was 23, Nick Cannon running the high side. At first I thought it was Ken Baum Jr. because he was in second, but Cannon got ahead of him. Hastings managed to get that lead back from the number 2. Boy, Tyler Isley now, he's in the drop zone. Boy, I tell you, he's being raced hard by David Smith Jr. Definitely, he's not in the playoffs, but boy, he came to race tonight. And you know, we do have some. How many? I think we have 3. Looks like we have 3 webcams out there tonight. David Smith Jr., he's one of the drivers, the webcam, riding on board there with David. And we see the number 5 there, Ryan Broderick giving a little love tap there to the 17, Tyler Isley. Isley drops down in front of the 72. Smeal, he's staying down on that inside. Some of the guys prefer that inside line. That's William Brown directly behind him. So far, he's liking that inside line. Now he moves up to the high side there. Hastings still leading at the front. That gap now almost 0.3 of a second. Nick Cannon is in that second position, and unfortunately he's not in the playoffs, but he's up there. He's still coming to race, and both of these guys, now neither one of them are in the playoffs, but boy, they're both very hungry for a win. And both have been very, very close to win. Look at the gap that's opened up between them. Ryan Broderick in the third position. He's 1.2 seconds behind your leader already. And, man, they're just taking off now. You got to wonder, you know, their tires, are they going to have the legs for this? They're setting a torrid pace right now, moving out there. Nick Cannon sticking right up there, running that high line like it was Darlington. Broderick pretty much doing the same thing. Door to door right here. Lucas Nilgis down on the inside of David Smith Jr. Gets that sixth position. Guys racing along. There's David Salter. Currently in the 12th position. Michael Zuber right there behind him. Very tight field back here. Brian Kressler there. He's got Robbie Bice and Matthew Fitz right behind him. Nice field out here. 27 cars in the field here tonight. Hastings continues to lead at the front. Let's look a little further back in the field. There's the 91 there, Brody Green, running in that 22nd position. He's got Chris Lynn right behind him. It's interesting, you do see several guys favoring that high line, because you know, this is an open setup league, so it depends on how their cars are set up as well, how they're, you know, what type of line they're going to prefer to run. Nick Cannon still in that second position, about 0.4 of a second behind Dylan Hastings. And the gap behind him now almost a full second back to Ryan Broderick, the number 5 car in that third position. And I mean, man, they are setting one fast pace here. Broderick right there, he has no, he's about half a second ahead of Ken Baum Jr. And boy, Ken Baum Jr., he got up there and led that first lap. Boy, Hastings just got it back from him and just really took off. And I mean, he is really getting after it. William Brown now in that 5th position. Now that's a good spot for him to be in. He's on the bubble, and the only car in front of him that is ahead of him in the championship points is Ken Baum Jr., a couple of cars ahead, so he's right where he needs to be to stay right in the hunt to get to the final 4. A lot of good racing. There's another round of 8 driver there, the 24 Kyler McCarthy in that 8th position. Now, right behind him, Kevin Click. He's not in the playoffs, but then he has a couple more play. Oh, we got Michael Zuver in trouble. It looks like he spun, but he's able to continue. I think we're going to stay green. No caution flag. So we continue on here. I mean, like I was saying, there's Kevin Click now. He's not in the playoffs. He's got Jaden Bingham a little bit further behind him, Tyler Isley. Both of them are in the drop zone at the moment. Jimmy Barr, he's in the top 4 in the points, but man, he's back in 13, and he's got 3 guys that are in the drop zone right in front of him. So he definitely has some work to do. Now lap 15 of 120. Zuber, he ended up going down on pit road, making his way down to his pit box. And of course, no fast repair, so he's getting, it looks like he's going to get tires and fuel. He may have just a little bit of a, he may stay in there for a while, maybe have some work done. We'll see if he, how long he stays on pit road. Lucas Neal just up to that 5th position. Not too far behind Ken Baum Jr. Boy, Ryan Broderick, he was really hugging the wall there that time. Hastings continued to lead. He's continuing to stretch out that lead. Now 7/10 of a second. Nick Cannon still holding fast in that 2nd spot. The gap is actually, it was for a minute there, for a second, it was a full second. There it is again. He's a full second ahead of Ken Baum Jr. In that, well, he was 3rd. Ryan Broderick got past the number 2. They're battling for that 3rd position. Oh, and Broderick up against the wall. You saw him tap there a little bit, and you can see all the scuff marks on the wall. People's momentum carrying them up there. A little further back, Colin McCarthy, a lot of pressure there from David Smil Jr. on the inside, William Brown on the high side. And man, oh boy, Michael Zuber remains on pit road. He's going to go ahead and just stay there and get as much work done as possible. Field is starting to stretch out now a little bit. You can see now this cluster right here being led by Colin McCarthy, and then you can see the top 5, and even the top 5 are spread out quite a bit. Lucas Neal just, he's got Broderick right there behind him. They're trying to catch Ken Baum Jr. Nick Cannon remains in that. Boy, I tell you, he has just been nailed to that high line up against the wall. He has found a nice sweet spot there. He likes that spot. He's sticking with it. He is more than happy to just stay up there. Dylan Hastings out front, gap now 1.1 second ahead of Nick Cannon. And right now he's well, I start to say he's doing what he has to do to stay in the playoffs, but doggone, he's not in the playoffs. And but you know, hey, that's the beauty of the playoffs. You know, even though we're keep our eye on the playoff contenders, it could be anybody's day. Well, at the moment, wow, it just seems to be Dylan Hastings, and he has just been getting the same way we've been talking about, like say that William Brown has been qualifying better and been running better. Hastings, he has just been getting up there, and I don't think he, if I remember correctly, he said he hasn't been able to race a lot of the races like in early on in the season. But boy, let me tell you, if he comes back next season, starts at the beginning, and don't be surprised to see him in the playoffs when we get there. Nick Cannon fighting hard to hold on to that 2nd position. Ken Baum Jr. said, you know what? I think it's time for me to relieve you of that burden of that 2nd position. Ken Baum Jr. moves into that P2 spot. Nick Cannon not ready to give it up just yet. He's going to fight him tooth and nail for that. You better be careful, though. Lucas Neal are starting to close in on him as well. And I've said it a lot of times before, you know, these guys, know they'll run hard at the beginning, but, you know, are they keeping their tires alive under them? And so far, so good. Now, Cannon, he's holding on right now. And, you know, he's been running that high line. I think he's been doing that to try to save those tires, too. Running that higher arc up there, you know, you're not scrubbing off as much speed. And you're also trying to keep those tires alive as much as possible. And you see... oh, did he drove right under him. Lucas Neal just drove right under the 23. And so it moves Nick Cannon back into that fourth position. Nobody, well, now he's got Ryan Broderick behind him, but he's still almost a full second, though. So Neil just did get ahead of the number 23, Nick Cannon. There's Matthew Fitz in the 17th position. See who he's got behind him. Carson Pittman, you're actually your points leader. And actually, now Carson, he can just sit, he can kind of relax, you know. He can enjoy the race tonight. He's already won, so he's locked into the Final Four. He can enjoy tonight. He can enjoy next week. And I tell you, that can be a fun thing when you go to the next race or even the next two races. If you're to win the first race and like the first round of whatever round of the playoffs that you're in, you can essentially just enjoy the rest of that round of playoffs, and knowing that you're already locked into the next round. And that's a nice feeling to have, let me tell you. Currently in that 17th position. You know, he's probably playing the long game, too. He's like, you know what? I don't need to be up there fighting for a win. I'm already locked in. I'm going to let those guys battle up there. Colin McCarthy, he's up in that 5th spot. You know, Nick Cannon, now Nick Cannon's 4th, and, oh, man, it's like now he's going to get under pressure from the 24, and I just don't know. Maybe it may be a setup or something. It just looks like, I get the feeling that he's just starting to fade a little bit, and he's just starting to. He always comes out the gates really fast, and but now he's trying to hold on to that 4th spot. And McCarthy, you know, you see he's tapping the wall a little bit more, and it might be getting away from him just a little bit. We have a lead change up the front. Ken Baum Jr. Got up there somewhere along the way and passed Lucas Nilges. Let me go back and see if I can see that. Let me see if I can find that. Here we go right here. Let's take a look at that real quick. And this is where the pass happened, and he got a good run on him going down the front stretch there. Down on that inside line. Right into turns 1 and 2, and there he goes. Caught up to him and kept on going. Ken Baum Jr., your new leader. And now he's the one starting to stretch out, 1.6 seconds. And we are, you know, I'm kind of, you know, after a while, you kind of get used to seeing that, because he's one of those guys that you definitely see up the front and sometimes pulling away. So I was looking for, where's another one of our webcam drivers? There's Tyler Isley. He's back in the 12th position at the moment. He's about 3/10 ahead of Bill Hales, 4/10 behind Jeremy Zarfos. And where he is, he's in the drop zone. He's got a couple of other guys that are in the drop zone that are ahead of him. But he also has a couple of guys that are, well, one of them's Carson Pittman, the other one's Jimmy Barr. Pittman's already safe for the next round, but he is ahead of Jimmy Barr at the moment. Because, you know, man, these positions are going to change so quickly from race to race, depending on where they finish. Oh, man, he's rolling up into a little hornet's nest there with those 3 cars. Right into a battle there. Jaden Bingham, Jeremy Zarfos, William Brown, Tyler Isley getting right in the thick of it, trying to drive past all those guys. Up towards the front. Nick Cannon, he's still holding on to that 4th position. Boy, Kevin Click, though, him and Dylan Hastings, David Smith Jr., Jaden Bingham, they're all gaining on the 35. Now lap 33 of 120. As they continue to race along, Ken Baum Jr., that gap, still about 1.7 seconds. Colin McCarthy now in the second position. Let's see, Dylan Hastings, he's slid back to the 8th position, your pole setter. And he might have decided to ease up a little bit and let his tires cool down and let these guys around him duke it out for a while. Or it could be that his tires are just going away from him now a little bit. You know, we're now into 30-some laps here. Nobody else has pitted. Michael Zhu, remember when he had a little contact, I think, with the wall, and he came in and pit. Now he's in the 26th position. Of course, he's several laps down. 6 laps down to be exact. So technically, he'd be the lucky dog if something were to come out. I think is Zuber. Yeah, Zuber. He's on track. He did get back out on track, so he's able to continue along. Car looks pretty good shape there. So good to see him back out racing once again. You know what? Oh no, I think Ken Baum Jr., I think he's blinking. Oh no. Dylan Hastings, he's on pit road. I think Ken Baum Jr. may be having some connection issues because he's at the top of the timing tower. You see his name keep moving. He's blinking in and out a little bit, folks. Oh my goodness. His connection might be getting him tonight. Let's see what happens. It's kind of stabilized now as we see Dylan Hastings come down to his pit box. Tires and fuel for the number 1 car. Here on lap 37, so green flag pit stops now underway. He's down and away. 15 seconds flat for Hastings, and he is gone. Colin McCarthy in that second position. Ken Baum Jr. continues to stay out. And now the question will be how many more laps will he turn before he decides to pit. And Hastings so far is the only driver to come down pit road. I think I see Nick Cannon. There's Nick. He's making his way down on the pit road. Only the second driver to come down for a scheduled pit stop. And I think he's Robbie Bice is also coming down, locking up those brakes. Don't want to get a speeding penalty. Cannon coming down. Long trip down pit road. He gets right on the marks there in his pit box. Tires and fuel. Dylan Hastings had a 15 seconds flat pit stop time. Left side's going on. Let's see what he gets here. Down and away, 14.7. Good stop there for Nick Cannon. Robbie Bice in his pit box. Left side's going on, just about done, and he is he must have some oh no, is he stuck? He's trying to go. Oh my goodness, did he get he might have some kind of penalty or something. Oh my goodness. Robbie Bice can't get any luck here tonight, folks. Good grief. So he is still stuck on pit road, losing laps. Now we've only had about 3 cars come in for green flag pit stop so far. Your leader, Ken Baum Jr., stays out in lap 40 here. And so is somebody else coming down? No, that's the Bice. He's still down on pit road. And I'm seeing a couple of other drivers blinking just a little bit. And you know, we saw that in our Monday night broadcast as well. You know, there were some folks having some connection issues. Here comes Lucas Nilgis, and he's bringing a couple of folks down with him. Michael Self also making his way down pit road. And so they're coming in 2 by 2 here. Nilgis making his way down. Self already just about to his pit box. There's Lucas right in his. I think 14.7 is the fastest time we've seen so far. And that's pretty good time anyway. Left side's going on. Let's see what Lucas gets here. They drop the jack when he's 15 seconds flat. Michael Self is 18 seconds flat. They're both on their way back off of pit road. Nobody else is coming down pit road yet. David Smil Jr. So who else we have for a webcam? We got Jimmy Barr. Where's Jimmy at? He's in the playoffs as well. He's back in the 15th spot. Jimmy, he's wearing the I forgot what you call them, Oculus, the you know, the 3D goggles there and stuff. I know that's got to be a cool visual from his perspective. A lot of folks are staying out there, not ready to come in just yet. Robbie Bice, boy, he is still on pit road. I wonder if he's stuck. And did he stop trying? He's still sitting there, not sure what he can do there. Man, you got to feel for him though. There's his teammate David Salter in the 14th position. And, you know, they need to have those team points because it's all based on the average. I think I'm seeing Colin McCarthy. He's blinking just a little bit. There's Jaden Bingaman in the third position. Now he's like 5 seconds behind McCarthy, so we can't see Kyler's car and see whether or not it's blinking or not. They're riding on board Ken Baum Jr. He's got Stan Mayberry directly in front of him. And McCarthy is 1.5 seconds. Well, Mayberry's behind him now too. They see McCarthy down on the inside line a little bit further back there. So right now, Ken Baum Jr., you know, folks, I think he's on a mission to get locked into the playoffs. Robbie Bice finally getting released from pit road. I don't know what that was. Was a 45-second penalty or something, but he finally is able to get back on track. He's going to be multiple laps down. You still see a little damage on the right side of that 28 machine, but he'll be able to get up to speed here. And most importantly, get back out on track. As he does that, here comes Jimmy Barr down to his pit box. And we're starting to get a little bit closer to the halfway point. Boy, I tell you, Ken Baum Jr., he is still out there. And 15.2 seconds there for the number 12. Nobody else coming down pit road as of yet. And that's amazing. Ken Baum Jr. have the pace that he has and still be able to turn that many laps. And I think it's more of a thing where it's not the fuel, it's he's able to make those tires last. It's not the fact that he's necessarily getting better fuel mileage, but he's keeping those tires alive and being able to stay out there 1.4 seconds ahead of Kyler McCarthy. And that's pretty much the name of the game. You can be fast, but if you can't keep those tires alive, you know, sooner or later you're going to slide down the order. Let's see, where is this? Now McCarthy's in second. Jaden Bingaman right now, he's in the third spot. He's several seconds back. He's like almost 6.5 seconds back from your leader. But both him and Colin McCarthy in the drop zone, they're running second and third at the moment. That is very good for them. A little further back in the order, there's Tyler Isley. He's in that, in the drop zone, running in that 7th position. So he definitely, that's good for him. He's ahead of at least a couple of guys. Well, only one guy that he could, well, I say a couple. He's ahead of William Brown and also Jimmy Barr. So that's good for him as well. So he can be able to maybe get an opportunity to get up out of that drop zone. He'll have this week and also next week another opportunity to see if he can make that happen. More folks coming down pit road. Don DeGroot making his way down, actually making his way out. He's already done 15.1 seconds there for the 61 car. Getting that DeWalt machine back out on track. It's interesting, and I think it's a thing where folks are coming in. I think their tires are dictating when they come into pit. It's not so much a fuel thing. I think that's what it is. Because these guys, so many of them seem like they're just pushing right on along here. Nice battle here. Kevin Click there and Bill Hales battling for that 5th position. Bill Hales has it at the moment. Boy, Click is right there too. It looks like Hales, he's able to hold on at least for a minute. Oh, look at the 23 up on the high side. That's Nick Cannon, but he's not on the lead lap. He's coming right up behind these guys. Now lap 53 of 120, getting ever closer to that halfway point. William Brown, driver on the bubble in that 11th position. Boy, he's got 3 drivers in the playoffs that are in the drop zone that are well ahead of him. Colin McCarthy, Jaden Bingham, and Tyler Isley. And oh no, he's up against the wall there. Just outside the top 10 in that 11th position. Well, I tell you, this is starting to feel like a marathon for some of these guys as we get ever closer to the halfway point. Colin McCarthy, for a split second there, he was showing in the lead. I think Ken Baum Jr. blinked out again on us. We're going to lock in on him and see as he continues to race along. Now, wow, he's gone 55 laps into this race. And it's and only a handful of cars have stopped. About 8 or 9, I believe, have stopped. Basically, I guess because they needed to get tires. I think the only person that actually stopped for something other than that was Michael Zuver from damage that he got. Of course, Robbie Bice did have damage as well. That might have also had an influence on him coming in when he did. Quite a bit of the field spread out here. There's Shane Wilden. Don't see Shane out there all the time, but he's out there turning some laps here tonight. Running in that 17th position. He's been out there just like your leader Ken Baum Jr. He's been out there the entire 55 laps. And making good some good time here. Now there's Dylan Hastings. Boy, he is back to the 19th position, and he's trying his best to stay on the lead lap, just about to get lapped by Ken Baum Jr. And looks like he's going to stay ahead of the number 2 for the moment anyway. But you see how steady. We haven't seen, I don't think we've seen Ken really tap any walls or anything like that. I think that car is still in good shape. From what I can see there, it looks like the car is in still pretty good shape. And now he came out of turn 4. He's coming down here now. And just now, lap 60. We are halfway done with this race already. This race is just flying along. And knock on wood, caution free so far. I think I see Tyler Isley making his way down pit road. Another car coming in, green flag pit stops here. And it's been a long process, because a lot of times you'll see the field, a lot of the guys come in. Oh, we got some trouble down here at the entrance. That was Colin McCarthy, Ken Baum Jr. I don't know what happened there. I think some folks might have, I don't know if they were spinning or what. A whole bunch of folks coming down. Oh, and who is that spinning back there? That is the number 4 there, Carson Pittman. Oh, my goodness. I don't know if he's having brake problems, just trying to keep that car under control to get down to his pit box. And he finally gets there. Wow. A little anxious moment there for the number 4. All of a sudden here right at the halfway point, over half the field now coming down pit road. Everybody's coming in. There's Jeremy Zarfos making his way down. Bill Hale's behind them coming in. Kevin Click on his way out already. Carson Pittman making his way out. I think Lucas Nilgis, I think he's going to inherit the lead. There he is, moves up to the first position with so much of the field coming down onto pit road. Well, we're at the halfway point, and since we're at the halfway point, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Hey, you're watching the Full Throttle Performance Next Gen Sim Racing Series here on Rice Motorsports TV.
How are you doing tonight, man?
Hey, I'm talking here. You know who you're talking to? Macho Man! On my way to Monday Night Raw.
Terribles, Port Royal Speedway. Got Devin Board with us.
Keen Motorsports Shop here with Kyle Keen.
Sitting here with Sean Keen. We're going to talk a little bit about racing history.
Okay, folks, we're back here, lap 67. Dylan Hastings back up to the front here at the moment while all these, everybody's pretty much stopped. Everybody has stopped except for Stan Mayberry from what I see here. And Adam Taylor, who started 27th, he did not make it into the race, unfortunately. And Mayberry, he is still out there. He's currently in that 10th position, but he has been out there since lap 68. And he has yet to stop. Man, go ahead, Stanley. Not only with the fuel mileage, but man, to be out there that long, that's pretty cool there. And he is going to have to stop at some point, isn't he? Anyway, up at the front now Lucas Nilges has gotten past Dylan Hastings. A couple of guys not in the playoffs, having some fun up there. Boy, he's actually 4 seconds ahead of the number one. Ken Baum Jr. now in that third position. Man, Ken, he pitted on lap 60, and Lucas Nilges and Dylan Hastings ahead of him. They pitted on lap 40 and 35 respectively. See, Michael Zuber down on his pit box there, coming in here lap 70, tires and fuel for the number 96. And finally see Stanley Mayberry on pit road, the 48 car. And hopefully it looked like he's down and away, 14.9 seconds, he's on his way. Zuber right there in front of him as they make their way back out onto the track. Of course, that still has Lucas Nilges out front as he goes by Mayberry there. He pitted on lap 40. Wow, can he go to the end? Well, I don't know about that. That might be a bit of a stretch there. Dylan Hastings, lap 35. Ken Baum Jr., he went halfway. So I dare say that he can make it to the very end of the race. It may be a thing that's not so much pushing the battle with these guys, but thinking about that fuel mileage, there he is right there getting past Hastings. But how much is he really going to battle him, knowing that he may be on a plan here to try to get to that checkered flag without stopping again. Hastings up on that high side, falling back rather quickly there. Ken Baum Jr., he's still chasing Lucas Nilges. Lucas like 4 seconds ahead of him. Jaden Bingaman in the 6th position. We got Kyler McCarthy running 3rd, Bingaman there 6th, Tyler Isley, all 3 of those guys in the drop zone, so that's good for them. They're ahead of Jimmy Barr and William Brown, the 2 guys that they are able to move ahead of. Carson Pittman is safe, already winning last week. So he's, as they say, winning you're in. So he's already transferring to the Final Four. He can enjoy tonight and next week. And so far, everybody has pitted at least one time. In fact, now Zuber, we just saw him come in for the 2nd time. And other than that, though, everybody else in the field has only pitted once. And like seeing the ticker down at the bottom, there's a link in the description. We've got live timing and scoring down there. So you can keep an eye on your favorite driver and see how they are progressing along. Nick Cannon, we saw him up near the front right at the beginning of the race. And he's kind of faded a little bit. Now he's in that 6th position once again. Cannon, he pitted on, Nick Cannon pitted on lap 37. And so he is, I would say he's more or less doomed to have to stop again before this race is over. He's actually done pretty good to get to lap 76 here. So he's done a good 50 laps now. I don't know why he stopped so soon. He had to be one of the first guys to stop. Let's see who else. Michael Self stopped on lap 39, and but I think Robbie Bice stopped on 37 along with Nick Cannon. They were among the first. They were the first two drivers to stop during the race. Ken Baum Jr. now closing that deficit to Lucas Nilges. He's only just under a second now, working his way past Stan Mayberry. And then Michael Zuber, another lapped car, and then the car ahead of him, I believe, is Lucas Nilges. So Ken Baum Jr. Oh, we do have a caution. Caution here on laps. Oh, 77. Just saw some guys spinning there. Trying to see where that was, who it was. What happened so quick? Where did they go to? Let's see. Oh, I think Brian Pretzler might have been involved. Where is Brian at? I don't even see him. Did he? There he is. Oh man, he's smoking. That's not good. Oh my goodness, engine damage for the number 67, or it's either that or maybe it's just tire rub. It could be just a tire, the fender rubbing on the tire. Let's hope it's that. And the way he's accelerating, apparently that's what it is. But man, he's going to have to, I would imagine he would have to come in and get that fender knocked out. That could cut a tire down if he's not careful. Got quite a bit of damage there. That right front doesn't look too good. Looks like it's kind of wobbling there a little bit. Man, I think he's trying to, he's right now showing in the 16th position. And he's trying to stay on the lead lap. They've caught up to the pace car here. So he'll obviously he'll come down pit road this time around. You can see Ken Baum Jr. and them there. They've already come on the pit road. Now they're catching up to the field. Let's see what Brian does this time around. And you see that tire, it stopped smoking. The speed he was going, I would think he would come down. Is he staying out? Yeah, he's coming. There we go. Oh, look at that right front. Oh, man, that thing is knocked all out. Oh, that's going to take him a while to get fixed. That's not going to be a quick one there at all, unfortunately. Man, that's a shame. At least he was able to drive it back to the pit box there. Oh, he overshot just a little bit, but he's probably going to be on pit road for a little while. He's going to try to get the tires changed. Can he get them changed? Let's see. He got it changed. But he may have required repairs. He got right sides only from the looks of it. And I think he's just he's sitting on pit road. David Salter making his way back out. Currently in the 13th position. Let's see. His teammate Shane Wilden in the 17th position. Now he's right behind your leader, Ken Baum Jr., so he'll get a wave around him and these other cars that are in front of him. There's Green and Lynn and a couple of more. They should get a wave around when we get to one to go. Now, I believe that is the first caution of the evening here. let's see, where is Carson? There's Carson there. Actually, let's jump up front here real quick and see. Okay, the lights are out. I was going to go grab Carson real quick for interview, but we're about to go green once again, so we don't want to do that. They're heading down the backstretch now. It'll be lap 82 on the restart. Ken Baum Jr. definitely trying to solidify his position here in the playoffs as far as moving to the final round with a victory here tonight. Lucas Nilgis, Jaden Bingaman may have something to say about that. Jaden Bingaman, he's in that third position now. They all have fresh tires. Here we go, coming off turn 4, pace car's in. Green flag racing once again here. He's able to stay ahead of the pack so far. Look at Jaden Bingaman moving into that second position. Both of those drivers, Ken Baum Jr. and Jaden Bingaman, they're the only two playoff contestants in the top 5. Tyler Isley back in the 17th position, in the 7th position, make it 6th as he's racing his way through the field. But boy, Ken Baum Jr. and Lucas Nilgis battling at the front. Lucas getting a lot of heat now from Jaden Bingaman. He did move, I think he moved past Jaden Bingaman. And boy, look at the traffic. Oh, they're wrecking back there. I think that's Matthew Fitz. Oh, and the 23 there, Nick Cannon. Oh, Cannon already jumped. Did he tow to the pits? I think he did, folks. Matthew Fitz, he's, oh, heavy damage on the number 3. Wow. And he can't even, his engine's dead. I think he's going to have to jump back to the pits as well. So let's go and see. Oh my goodness, that's a shame. Let's go down here and see if we can see what happened with those guys. Here's the replay here. May have to rewind it a little bit more. Oh, there you go. We'll just slow it down here. Now there's Cannon up on the high side, the 23 car. And let's see where the 3 is. The 3 in front of him? Yeah, it looks like I think he's in front. Oh, no, that's him back there behind him. So, oh, it got away from Nick Cannon. Oh, my goodness. And now look at Tyler Isley. He's going to get by. He's going to get by. Bill Hales looks like he's going to squeeze by. And, oh, boy, Smeal did as well. The 3 was the unlucky one. Oh, my goodness. Piled right in to Nick Cannon, and they both go hard into the wall. And just ran out of room there. Matthew Fitz, just nowhere to go. Cars going. Oh, and somebody just tagged him. Who was that? That was that the 98 or the 48? Stan Mayberry, I think it was. Wow. And Matthew Fitz got a heavy hit there. So a little bit of carnage here, getting into the third quarter of this race here. About to say the fourth quarter, I would say. It's a caution number 2. And there's Carson Pittman. Let me see if I can find him there he is right there. Let me drag him up here real quick. Hey, Carson, Tony in the booth, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, I tell you, I guess it feels pretty good to be able to just say, hey, you know what, I'm locked in. I can just enjoy myself the next couple of races and don't have to worry about things like this, huh?
Yeah, for sure. That's what we've been talking about is in the team chat, just kind of being able to play it safe or, not have to worry about points, not have to be overly aggressive, being able to kind of pick my spots. It's been good.
10-4, man, I tell you. So the race is just about over. You guys, I guess this has been more of a tire deal tonight than fuel. You guys really went a long way on the first stint.
Yeah, it looks like a fuel run's about like 65 laps. So I think that was kind of the plan for good 2/3 of the field was to run 60 laps there. You know, split the race into halves. And yeah, the tires aren't too much of a factor. I mean, kind of more of a fuel thing.
10-4, man. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put you back down to the channel. Good luck. We'll talk to you later.
Appreciate it.
Okay, you were in Mopar, right? In the Mopar channel?
Yes, I am.
10-4. See you later, bud. Okay, Carson Pittman getting ready to go back to work here. Having a good night out there. Ken Baum Jr. up at the front. It looks like we might be getting the one to go this time around. We'll see what happens when they come down to the stripe there. It'll be him, Lucas Nilgis, Jaden Bingaman in that third position. Now, you know, he definitely, he would love a win. Both him and Ken Baum Jr. could use a win here tonight to lock themselves into the Final Four. And they're kind of surrounded by guys who are not even in the playoffs. Well, not that that really matters. There's Nick Cannon just getting out ahead of the field. And let's see, he's in the 17th position, and I think he's on the, yeah, he is on the tail end of the lead lap. So Nick Cannon did get out in time. So he will stay ahead of the field. And it looks like, I believe the lights are out on the pace car. Yes, they are. So it'll be lap 88 when we go racing once again. Man, I'm going to have to get me another headset. I'm actually using my backup headset. Man, you know that's rough when when your primary goes down. You got to grab the backup, and the backup was a backup because it had a little damage itself from use, and but it should hold out here for the rest of the broadcast. No worries. Pace car, they're coming off of 4. There he goes, and we're ready to go with the racing here. Green flag. Ken Baum Jr. drops the hammer. Lucas Nilgis, Jaden Bingaman, they're trying to stick right there with him. Lucas Nilgis, he got a good jump there. Bingaman, he's able to stay ahead of the 35 there. I'm sorry, getting tongue-tied. Kevin Click. Tyler Isley, another playoff contender there in that 5th position. Boy, they know it's go time now, folks. Ken Baum Jr., Lucas Nilgis. Lucas, he don't care that it's the playoffs. A win is a win, and that is what he wants. Ken Baum Jr. definitely trying to get some insurance here tonight at Homestead. About 30 laps or so to go here. A lot of good racing. There's Carson Pittman now in that 9th position. And he's just riding along in that high-speed traffic jam there. Matter of fact, I should put him as locked in anyway. I think make his color like something like green. Where is green at? Oh, find the green. There we go. We'll do that one. Because right now he's the only driver who's actually locked into the next round. Ken Baum Jr. hanging on. Boy, he's stretching out that gap. almost half a second now between him, Kevin Click, Jaden Bingaman now back to that 4th position. Desperately would like to get up there for a win, but it's kind of falling down the order here just a little bit. And all around these guys are guys that are not in the playoffs. Tyler Isley still back in the 9th spot. He's right there ahead of the 4 of Carson Pittman, and right behind him is Jimmy Barr. Tyler Isley was right there alongside Pittman. And a little further back, Chris Lynn, he's already in the drop zone, but back in the 14th spot. Now William Brown, he is in the 18th position. I believe he is he's 1 lap down, so not a good spot right now for the number 9. And you got to think he's probably going to find himself in the drop zone after tonight, so he's going to have to really get on it next week to get back up there and to try to be in that top 4. Kevin Click and Lucas Neal just there. They both can see the leader, Ken Baum Jr., directly in front of them. And here he goes making a play to get that 2nd position. Closing in on Ken Baum Jr. And I think that was Colin McCarthy. He goes a lap down, or at least 1 lap down. Boy, look at Kevin Click. He is on a charge trying to catch the number 2. 25 laps remaining, folks. Oh boy, it's going to get good now. And Lucas Neal just is right there as well. He is not letting those guys get away from him. Yeah, of course, the thing that Ken Baum Jr. would love to see, he'd love to see the 35 and the 21 just mix it up here, and like, you boys just go ahead and fight amongst yourselves there, and I will just stay out here and not, you know, kill my tires, and you guys can just use up your stuff trying to get past each other while I just drive off into the sunset. That sounds like a plan to him. Jaden Bingaman, not too far back. There's still 23 laps to go. And he can see the top 3 right there. And even more now, Ken Baum Jr., he's in the top 4 in the championship standings. Bingaman is in the drop zone. So a win obviously would would benefit them both equally. You know, they both would automatically be into the final round. But he definitely, I know he would definitely like to be able to get up there. We got several of those cars that were involved in the wreck there. Matthew Fitz, Brian Pressler, Dylan Hastings is also on pit road. I just noticed that he must have got caught up in that. That's a shame because, man, he would have been right out there with them as well. Does he have a lot of damage? And, oh, yeah, I guess you could say that's a lot of damage. Oh, my goodness. That's a shame. And Jimmy Barr having a nice battle there. Bill Hales. And I think I just saw the 24, Colin McCarthy up against the wall there. Now 20 laps to go. Lucas Neal just trying to hold on. Kevin Click got a little daylight between him and the 21 car. But that gap is about 3/4 of a second now between him and Ken Baum Jr. Let's look a little further back in the field here. Jimmy Barr. Let's go back to about 13 is Nick Cannon in the 13th position. These boys a little stretched out there. There's the Brody Green. I haven't called Brody's number all night long. Racing along in that 15th position. I think we talked to him a couple of weeks ago. He just hadn't been able to race with the league a whole lot here lately, but good to see him back in the league on track. Your one safe driver in the field, Carson Pittman, chasing David Smith Jr. there for that 6th position. And right now, see, Carson, he's just going to be a spoiler. You know, he's already locked in, so anybody that's in the playoffs with him that's behind him, he's not doing them any favors at all by being up there, because he obviously does not need the position. But hey, you come here to race, not to run just to, you know, let other people go through. A race is still a race. Ken Baum Jr. continues to lead that gap now, 1.2 seconds. I think that was Stan Mayberry. Gave him a pretty wide berth to get through there. Lucas Neal just now 1.3 seconds behind. He's doing everything he can to try to catch him. You see how far back he is there. Becoming a bit more of a tall order to get up there and catch the number 2. Just about to say 1.3 seconds now behind Ken Baum Jr. And no real pressure behind him. That's Kevin Click behind him. Now that is for both Click and Bingaman. Click and Bingaman, they're battling, having a nice little battle there for that 3rd position. Of course, Bingaman would rather be up the front battling for the win. But he's in the drop zone at the moment, and he's running 3rd. And the only other guys that are in the, well, Tyler Isley's in the top 10 as well. And both him and Tyler Isley are in the drop zone points-wise at the moment. So turning out to be a good, productive night for them. Very much so for the number 26 there, Bingaman. 14 laps remaining. I'd say he just has to maintain here tonight. This is all about getting those much needed points to be able to get into the show. And David Smith Jr. battling there with Bill Hales. Boy, that man, they're door to door as they go down the backstretch. It's pretty much now. Ken Baum Jr. Boy, he's got like a complete. He's got half a lap of clean air right in front of him. You can see on the track map. He's coming to the halfway point, and the folks that are on track, Michael Zuber back there, they're about half a lap. They're basically on the other side of the track. So 11 laps remaining. He can pretty much just do what he wants to do there. Lucas Neal just 1.5 seconds behind him. And yeah, that's what 1.5 seconds looks like from the lead car looking back. Let's look at the, compare the lap times here. And let's bring them up here. Let's switch it so we can compare Ken Baum Jr. Lucas Neal just, he was quicker on lap 108. Which you can see. Oh, you can't. Let me take the ticker down so you can see that. And there we go. And somebody's on pit road. Nick Cannon on pit road again. So you can see where Lucas Nilgis was 9/1000ths of a second quicker than Ken Baum Jr. on lap 108. But other than that, Ken Baum Jr. he continues to put in the faster laps, only by a few hundredths of a second. But you know they're fairly even there. But it's still just enough for him to stay ahead of Nilgis and hopefully be able to secure this victory here. Let's go back to Lucas Nilgis, and he's, as you can see where how Ken Baum Jr. has been quicker than him in the last few laps there. Now 8 laps remaining. A little further back, Tyler, there's Jimmy Barr. And he is 1.6 seconds behind Tyler Isley. And right now, that's actually good for Tyler Isley because he definitely needs to be in that position running 9th. He still has, let's see. He's got he's got 2 drivers that are ahead of him on points in the playoffs. So this still can be a positive result there for the number 17. It's 7 laps to go now. And clean air in front, no pressure from behind. I think he should be okay here. Lucas Nilgis, that gap is now 1.9 seconds. Try as he might, he just cannot get up there. It's like he's almost matching this speed. You have to, having that kind of a gap, you obviously have to be quicker than the guy you're chasing. You can't just match his speed, and that's kind of the problem right now. He's very close to what Ken Baum Jr. is doing. Let's look at their last lap time here. Baum ran a 33.57. Nilgis ran a 33.58. So even Bingaman ran a 33.50. So they're all very, very close. Carson Pittman moving up the order once again, getting a little racy there. Battling with Jeremy Zarfos and Kevin Click. Now Carson, he's the only one in that trio that's in the playoffs. So no jeopardy for the number 4. Chris Lynn just, he's down on pit road. He's just exiting now his pit box. Making his way. I had to stop right at the end of the race and hey, you do what you got to do to get to that checkered flag. So right now, pretty smooth sailing here for the number 2 Ken Baum Jr. Earlier, back in the round of 12, we saw him down in the drop zone, and he was down there. He was down there for a while, and this is just going to be what the doctor ordered here. Comes to the stripe there, penultimate lap. Now over 2.2 seconds ahead of Lucas Nilgis. No pressure from behind whatsoever. Nilgis, now he's doing pretty good to hold on to the second position because he's he's just barely a tenth. Well, I take that back. Jeremy Zarfos is right there. He might challenge for that second position. He should get a podium, but coming out of turn 4, coming to the white flag, it is Ken Baum Jr. Final lap here. One more circuit. Lucas Nilgis trying to hold on to the second spot. Jeremy's off-road. Something happened, and Bingaman got ahead of him back onto the podium position. That'll be excellent for the number 26 car. But the man of the hour is the number 2. Coming around out of turn 4, checkered flag in the air. And he will be a win, and you're in. Winner here tonight at Homestead, it is Ken Baum Jr. Picks up a win here tonight at Homestead, and that will lock him into the Final Four. And time for him to go celebrate as he lights him up. And we'll go ahead and get the top 3. Let's go find Ken here. Got to get Ken, Lucas, and Jaden. And let's see. And of course there'll just be some. There's Ken right there. We'll move him up. And let's see, Ken, where's Lucas at? Lucas. Now, he might have jumped up himself already. I don't see him. Jaden. Let's see. There's Jaden. We'll move him on up. And let's see. Is Lucas already up there? No, he's not. I got to go find him. Where's Lucas? Lucas, where are you? There he is. I think he just jumped up there himself. There we go. And we'll hop on down there with him. Okay, folks. Yeah, guys. Yeah, we're here with your top 3 here. Ken Baum Jr., Lucas Nilges, and Jaden Bingaman. Hey, Ken, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, I tell you, now that is mission accomplished here tonight, man. Congratulations. Got yourself locked into that Final Four.
Yeah, it's nice. I could have probably done it at Martinsville too, but I'll take this. I didn't think that we'd have a shot at the practice, but I had a plan to stick to my line and go my pace, and it paid out.
Absolutely, man. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, Turn 2 Terribles, Jeremy Zerfus Photography, all the guys on the team. They gave me a rocket. My baby girl, my girlfriend, they're always there. And thank you.
10-4, man. Well, congratulations, and enjoy the rest of the round of 8.
Thanks.
Hey, Lucas, you got a copy?
Yep.
Man, good run out there tonight, man. I tell you, and good to see you back up at the front there. And got to get one more position, man. I know you are hungry to get that victory, man. But good run, good job on the 2nd position.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I figured I'd need some things to go my way to get Ken. I think my only shot would have been a really short run at the end, because once we got a few laps in, he was gone. I just couldn't do anything with my car for that.
10-4, man. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
The Unicorns, Kittens, my boys that I race with. Robbie for putting on this awesome league. It's an absolute blast. And you for putting on the broadcast, give people something to watch for us.
10-4, man. We'll go enjoy that podium finish. We will see you next week. Hey, Jaden, you got a copy?
I sure do, Tony.
Hey, man, I tell you, got that podium position there, and I know right now you're in the drop zone, but, man, this definitely helped your cause here tonight, and congratulations on that 3rd place finish.
Thank you. Yeah, came into the night, not really nerves, I'd say. The whole team's just trying to get a good finish at the end of the night tonight, and some of our teammates here at Nitro Racing didn't really have the best of nights, but somehow I pulled it off. I think if we had a little bit longer green flag run, I probably would have, gained some more pace. But I did burn up my tires a little bit there at the end with how short the run was.
10-4. You must be talking about the one in the second half of the race, because I think you guys went almost halfway or over halfway before we had the first caution, I believe.
Yeah, that would have been awesome to just go green the rest of the way, but things didn't work out that way, so we had to adjust the strategy a little bit.
10-4, man. Anybody else you want to give a shout out to?
I want to give a shout out to Kyler and Isley and Brody. They all do an awesome job week in and week out. I want to give a shout out to my dad and my mom. And yeah.
10-4, man. We'll go enjoy this podium finish, and we will see you next week.
Thanks, Tony.
And okay, folks. Well, that will do it there. And let's go ahead and let's bring up the finishing order here. We get those to come up here. There we go. And Ken Baum Jr., your winner. Lucas Nilger second. Jaden Bingaman in the third position. We have Jeremy Zarfos fourth. Carson Pittman fifth. Bill Hale sixth. Kevin Click seventh. David Smil Jr. eighth. Tyler Isley ninth. And Jimmy Barr rounds out your top 10. And I'll scroll on down so you can see where your favorite driver ended up in the race. I think we only had, well, at the end there, we did have a few retirements because of some wrecks and stuff, but everybody was, for the most part, in there for the majority of the race, and a lot of good close battles and stuff. And it will continue on to next week. And now it's time to move on. Oh, boy, Martinsville Speedway. For race number 3 of the round of 8. Boy, you're not going to want to miss that. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, click that notification bell so you know every time we go live. So for all of us here at Race Motorsports TV, we want to wish you a pleasant evening.